Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here for our weekend energy reading for the weekend of April 11th, 2025. And here we go. I am using, for entertainment purposes only, I am using the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jayne Wallace, the Light Seers Tarot by Chrisanne, and we're going to do not a 3-card pick, but a 3-stick pick with these yes or no, when and how sticks. I love those things. Haven't used those in a while. So let's see. Let's get shuffling the Moon and Stars Tarot. This is for the week. Let's see what the energy might be for the week of April 11th, 2025. If these cards resonate, fine. If they don't, that's fine too. It's no big deal. Gotta get the box out of the way here. Let's see what we get, any insights for this weekend, right? As I said, I think in one of my previous videos, I love just, pulling cards. It just helps maybe to get a new perspective on things, pick up on new energies. Just sometimes just helps me to think of things that I want to think of things in a way that I wouldn't have thought of them before, which kind of helps to enlighten me. So let's see what we have. All right, first card I get here, this 3 of Cups. Oh, it says heartbreak. Oh my goodness. So, this is that card with the heart on it with the 3 swords in the Radiant Rider-Waite Smith tarot deck. This is heartbreak, but this is like heartbreak that has been in the past. I feel like we're kind of going into this weekend. This, by the way, we have a full moon today. So, actually a full moon tomorrow. So, let's just keep that in mind, this full moon coming up. But this is kind of like some heartbreak in the past. Who hasn't had heartbreak? But we've learned from it. We're like, yeah, I don't want to do that again. Everything in life, it's funny because this card's making me, reminding me of this like story that, everything in life, well, I should say nothing in life has meaning. We give it meaning. Everything in life that we experience is really meaningless. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean it in the way of we give it meaning. One man's, trash is another man's treasure. How I look at something might be really positive. How someone else looks at it may be really negative. So, yeah, we've had heartbreak, right? We've looked, but we've learned from it, right? It's in the past. We've grown from it. Hey, I don't want to do that again. So I've had that experience. I don't want to be with that type of person again. I don't want to go down that path again. So is that really a negative experience? It was negative when I went through it, but now it's leading me to more positive things. Hopefully we've learned from it. And, when are you, what's the saying? Or when are you sick and you've gotten so sick and tired? When are you sick and tired enough of being sick and tired, right? When do you get sick and tired enough of being sick and tired that you move on to something new? You try something new, you go to a new direction. So actually this really is it's a negative card, but it's like a positive card, right? I don't look at the cards as being negative or positive. Again, they're meaningless. What meaning do we attach to it? So moving forward, yeah, we've had some heartbreak in the past, but then I love this because, it's funny because then it's 6 of Cups, the past. Yeah, in the past, we've had some things that maybe we're not happy with. Decisions have been made, right? Things have happened. We're not really happy with them. But the 6 of Cups is bringing balance. We've learned from them. We're like, moving forward, I'm not going to move forward with these certain, with these items. I'm not happy with them with the way things happen. I'm going to bring balance in my life. So that's beautiful. And then we get, it's amazing because I didn't even really see this. It's heartbreak past, and then temperance, which says healing. I feel like a lot of healing this weekend. Turning water into wine, turning lead into gold, this balance coming, this knowledge of yes, I'm taking what happened in the past and I'm adding to my new knowledge, and it's balancing out. I'm moving forward into a much more balanced future. So we get this temperance card, which I love, and it's like heartbreak, past, and healing. And I forgot to pull the clarifying card. So let's see what we get for a clarifying card. It's almost like I just heard this is for some of us, a very cathartic weekend. It doesn't really have to do maybe with going out with friends or family, or maybe you go out and you see your ex this weekend and you're like, wow, yeah, I'm like so happy I'm not with that person anymore because like my life is so much better. It's good that I had the experience with that person, but it's that experience led me to the person I am today, right? I mean, I think it's, so let's just, so anyway, so let's see what we get. Let's see what we get for this clarifying card, which it's interesting. I forgot to shuffle and get that. So with this Light Seers Tarot deck, let's see what we get. Okay, hold on. So yeah, I just had heartbreak in the past with this beautiful Temperance card of healing. I love it. And then we get death or rebirth. Yeah. Moving forward this weekend for some of us, really. This death card, this rebirth, this transformation. That's exactly how it happens, isn't it? We have this heartbreak. The balance comes in. We heal from it. We move forward. Again, the balance, what we learn. And then we have rebirth. And I love this because it says death or rebirth. And right in between, there's this infinity symbol. Goes around, comes around, right? We just keep moving. We learn and we learn and we learn and we just keep moving around. And yet I love it as much, life is meaningful and yet life is meaningless, right? We give it the meaning. We learn from it. We move forward. We learn some more. We move forward. We learn some more. We move forward. But what are we learning? What are we moving forward to? To me, we're moving forward to learn who we really are. Who am I really? Who am I? Deep in my soul? Who am I? I just keep peeling off the layers, right? Now, ultimately, I'm unconditional love. So what is that? Well, isn't that the question of the day? For me, I define unconditional love, and this definition may change as I grow. But to me, unconditional love is compassion with neutrality. I love, easier said than done. Unconditional love is loving without any conditions, not even one. It's easier said than done, isn't it? I'm a third dimensional being, my friends. I understand, right? So loving people with no conditions. I'm compassionate for them. I do my best to help them when I can. But I also have to remain neutral because sometimes I don't always agree with everybody and who they are and what they believe in, and compassion with neutrality. So there you go. All right, so now here we have our yes or no, when and how. Let me pull all these sticks. We're going to mix them up. I have no idea what these sticks say, so it doesn't really matter. I don't even have to mix anything up. I'm going to pull out 3. We're going to do 1. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do 3. Okay. And now, whoops, 1, 2, 3. And I know you can see these a little bit, but not really. I don't think you can really see any. So think about a question you have. 1, 2, 3. Which stick do you want? Stick 1, stick 2, stick 3. If you picked 1, this is yes or no. Yes, it says. Victory and triumph are on your heels. You feel like the chosen favorite of fate. Respect from others comes as a worthy reward for a fair and balanced decision. This is the end of an unfavorable time and the beginning of an exciting new stage of life. Drop the baggage of the past and enjoy. Under the when and how, it says, if only I could see it, in 2 to 6 months, a brilliant idea out of the clear blue sky resolves the situation. As usual, this releases a flood of amazing experiences. You will be gifted with an unparalleled sense of universal support. It's how brilliant ideas seem to come from nowhere in the first place. That was stick 1. There you go. If you pick step 2, yes or no? Yes. Good news and joyful events explode into your life. It arrives like the light at the end of a dark tunnel. Hope and inspiration return for a quick resolution to the situation. Expect unusual offers to come to you, providing you with boundless good luck. Words and ideas are your greatest tools. Under when and how, the situation is like wine. The longer the exposure, the more refined the taste. A confident sense of inner freedom and success soothes your taste buds as you enjoy a glass or 2 here and there for 1 to 4 months. As Benjamin Franklin once said, wine is constant proof that God loves us and wants to see us happy. That was stick 2. If you pick stick 3, no. New discoveries will affect the final result. Knowledge is power, but fate is fate. You only receive what you deserve, yet your desire to safely achieve a favorable result can still pilot you down a successful path. Have faith. When and how? There may be a slight loss of control for 6 months. However, do not get discouraged. This may sound like a long time, but eventually new acquaintances will aid you in finding an easy solution, significantly advancing your situation. Allow your unbridled desire for victory to guide you. All right, my friends, that is our weekend reading for April 11th, the weekend of April 11th, 2025. I hope you guys have a great weekend. You know, Mondays I do my 3-card pick a cards. Those are shorts. Tuesdays I do my Super Duper Girl shorts. Wednesdays are my weekly astrology tarot card readings. Thursdays are my weekly energy readings. Here we are on Friday with my weekend energy readings. And you know what? You never know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you're notified when I'm on a YouTube channel here. And you know what? I really do hope you guys have a great weekend. Namaste.